I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Dimes, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life. Dripping all sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take my home.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out. To the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw now on first down. And Diggs has it. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Let's go!
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And out now come the Vikings. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun, gun! All right, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. It's the Bills with an early lead over the Jets. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
This is Howard on 2nd down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
First down, they run with Howard. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Daniil Hunter in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here's Saunders. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Eddie Jackson picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The Bears in good field position to start out, 1st and 10.
They
go with Howard to begin the drive. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third down, this is Howard. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I go ahead and punt the football myself.
Returnable now for Saunders. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Reynolds. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless 1st half. More from Minneapolis after this. They'll run with Cook, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Gun!
They'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Detroit!
They'll come out in the pistol. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really, by the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross
generation. It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
On to the field now come the Bears. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
On 1st down, Rodgers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Detroit!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Here we go. Brad 38.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. Right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
Flex round.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Lucky 56. Detroit.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. His throw caught right around the 6. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, that'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. To throw, it's Rodgers. He leaves this one for Howard, and they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him 2 yards on that play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go! Grand 38!
A give to Howard. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go! Grand 38!
Again, it's Howard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Rodgers. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. On the crossing route, complete. That's Miller. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now it's Rodgers. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
He'll drop to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. To the right side, complete to Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on 1st. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did.
And got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Morton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First target, first catch, and a first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. On first and goal, Howard. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They come up in an offset eye. On third down, that's Stone. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now fourth and goal. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. On fourth down, it's Howard. And he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. So on fourth and goal, Howard unable to get there. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching up another 15 against your squad.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Vikings on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now Rodgers. And an alley to run. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.